Welcome to your weekend focus, July the 30th and the 31st, 2022. We have a couple of really dynamic transits happening for us this weekend in the sky. We have Mercury across the sky from Saturn. We have Jupiter and the Sun in harmony with each other. We started off last weekend as the very beginning of the celebration of the Leo energy. We go into this weekend with the celebration of July, the last days of July in our lives. But let's not get carried away here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me first introduce myself. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. Absolutely. Now we start the weekend with the 30 energy, and the 30 energy is all about completion and celebration. So it's a time to take note of what you've done in the past in order to get to the here and now and celebrating yourself, even if it's the smallest thing. Seriously, even if it's the smallest, minute detail, take time to celebrate it under a 30 energy. Okay, it raises your awareness to just how beautiful and special you truly are in the world. Now, if we look at the daily numerology for Saturday, it is a 16, and the 16 is all about awakenings. So if you can almost picture this anchor tied to you, weighing you down, burdening you, not allowing you to take that step with the free flow movement that you want to take those steps. That something holds you back, something stands in your way perhaps. And we have to untie that anchor, but I almost get it like it breaks away anyways. If we don't untie it and we try and go forward, it really hurts though. So we need to let go of obstacles in our life, things that are left undone in our life. We need to take care of those things so that we can go with the flow quite easily in our path forward. It could have to do with relationships. It's about standing in your truth. Absolutely. Now, when we go to Sunday, we have the 31 energy. The 31 energy is a little bit more about obstacles coming in our way and maybe some kind of competition. So once again, the 31 says you're not done yet. We need to look at these obstacles and we need to overcome these obstacles. And how are we going to do that? And it could be a new mindset, a new way of looking at it, seeing it, perceiving it. Or it could be that we stop procrastinating about it and we just do it. Trust me when I say we have the 16 energy and then we have the 31 energy the following day, that if we don't take care of it on our own, they take care of it. And I tell you, the lessons are so much harder to walk through when they decide how we're going to learn that lesson. So it's about letting go of things, putting a completion on things, stop the procrastination, stop the fear, stop the anxiety by recognizing what that fear, that anxiety is. Once you know what it is and stare it in the eye, it has no control over you anymore. So it's getting to know ourselves a little bit better, right? Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, though, it's the 17 energy, and the 17 energy is making the impossible possible. The 17 energy, so if we look at those obstacles in our life, we will understand clearly how we can move past those obstacles in our life. When we look at the burdens we're pulling along with us, we understand completely how we can put a completion on them. And then it's the doing that has to be done, right? But the 17 energy is all about making the impossible possible. 1 + 7 is an 8. I went into great length about that beautiful 8 energy that we will be experiencing the whole month of August. I believe that video should be coming out because I've done it now and it's ready for you. So it should be coming out soon enough for you all. When we look at the astrology, we have the sun in Leo, we have the moon. Now, the moon is in Leo when we start off the weekend. But I think just after lunchtime or something, the moon will move into Virgo, and then the moon will be in Virgo for the rest of the weekend. So we get a little bit more serious as the weekend progresses, obviously. But it's beautiful. I love Virgo energy, especially the moons, because It allows us to see what has value, what doesn't have value. It makes it much easier for us to walk away from those things that no longer serve a purpose in our life, has value in our life, moves us forward in any way, helps us in any way. Now, it could be just the clutter that appears through day-to-day living. It could be decisions that you're making about what stays and what goes, who stays, who goes. We have Mercury. Now, these transits are both, I think, on Sunday, but we will be feeling them a little bit on Saturday. Mercury opposing Saturn. It's not a time to communicate with each other. I'll tell you that much right now. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Work it out in your head. You'll want to save these words for another day, because we will use our words very sparingly today. Only the words that are going to hit home and drive home are the words that we'll use. And many times, if we don't use some of that softness around it that we would normally typically use, it will come off as very harsh. And people will be reluctant to take in what we're saying and agree with it, sympathize with you in any way, or they'll fight us on things. We'll meet resistance every step of the way when we are talking to other people this weekend. So back it up a little bit. And stop trying to push forward till you figure out how you are pushing forward under this kind of energy. Take a break from pushing ahead and just be in the moment and realize what really is holding you back. Not your perception of what's been holding you back, but the reality of the situation. And maybe we do need to tone down our enthusiasm just a little bit and get really practical with what we're doing, what we're saying. Okay, Mercury against Saturn, right opposing Saturn. So they're across each other in the sky. Now, on the other hand, as Sunday moves along, we've got the Sun and Jupiter, and they're getting along. It's probably a trine they're in. And that's beautiful because it brings in good luck. It brings in optimism. There's personal, spiritual, material, abundance and growth that can happen under this kind of energy. So it's the I am and what do you want? Okay, so Sunday evening we'll probably be feeling more of this energy than Saturday morning, but know that if you're having hurdles, especially with your communication or just maybe you're journaling and it's just not going right, it's not going to go right. Anything with words, anything with communication, okay, against Saturn. Saturn is the ruler, the one that makes the decisions, the one that makes the rules, the authority. That is the word I was trying to find, and I couldn't find it in my... Saturn is authority. So when we use our words and we say, hey, would you mind? We say, starting today, you're doing this. And so we will get pushback when we are saying things to other people. So just, back it up a little bit, okay? Back it up a little bit. But then we have Jupiter and the Sun getting along, and that's all about happiness. That's all about optimism. That's all about good luck coming in. We feel more generous once again. People are more generous towards us. There's great growth potential, whether or not you're looking at financial, spiritual, personal. Okay, let's go to the cards. Our shadow card is, look at this, Temperance is back again. I kid you not, Temperance is back again, guys. So, now if you are new here, at least watch the new moon video. I go into the Temperance, but I think any video, you pick any video in the last 5 or 6 days, Temperance shows up, or the 14 energy shows up somewhere in it. So it's having more by having less. And combined with the Virgo moon, that is really going to help us to really remove the things that are not needed or wanted, or gives us a negative energy or a negative environment. And we're going to be much easier, maybe not very easily, but much easier to release those things and move past those things in order to feel the freedom, in order to feel the liberation, in order to feel that you truly are on a new path forward in some sense. Okay, our first card is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, roll up your sleeves and get to work. This is long-term goals. Now, I love the way they've done this card, because here we are the one holding the paintbrush. There is our portal, that doorway. And it's almost like there's a brick wall blocking our doorway. But we take that paintbrush and we start to paint the path forward, past that doorway, into the new. So it's going to take work. Now, under this energy, people are always watching. Even if you feel like nobody's paying attention to what you are doing, they're paying attention. Somebody's paying attention to you. So if it's a promotion you want and you're saying, I'm doing all this extra work and no one's noticing, they are noticing. Okay, so don't be going and waving the flag saying, hey, look at me, look at me. Just keep doing what you're doing. So we hold the paintbrush to our tomorrow. We paint that path through that portal. So how are you designing your steps? What things are you including in your life? What things are you releasing in your life in order to really step forward, one step at a time, through that portal into that new relationship or new career or new promotion, new stature within the community or within the home, or maybe it's the relationships within the home. Maybe it's your spirituality that you are growing. Maybe it's your knowledge you're growing. And so you're saying, okay, I'm going to start taking, 3 or 4 courses that is going to really align me with where I want the other side of that path to look like for me, right? Then we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Oh, I haven't told my story in a long time. The Nine of Wands. This is about, and I kind of get this Virgo energy is around us, and we will be having, in August, we will be having the Virgo new moon. And the Virgo new moon is really not about planting that brand new seed, which is kind of weird because it's a new moon and that's when we plant our new seeds. It's more of what this card is telling us. So pay close attention as we walk through the next 30 odd days, 28 days maybe. So how should we read this card? There's all kinds of wands in our background. And those wands started out just like that one that we're holding there, all short and gnarled and no sense of growth, or even that there could be growth on it. And look at how tall and straight they are. And each one of them has foliage. Each one of them has growth. So it tells me that you've walked these paths, you've learned the lessons, you've taken on the challenges, and you've come out the other side better for it. You're stronger, you have more wisdom, you have more courage, you have more knowledge, you have more know-how. And all these wands kind of come together, and now we're holding this new wand, which is the accumulation of all those other paths coming and merging together. So this could be very much a destiny decision that you are making, something that is going to be part of your life going forward till the end, or it's going to be at least a huge chunk, a huge portion of who you are and who you are becoming and who you will become thereafter. We wear white, so it is about new beginnings, new starts, absolutely. But we're also wearing red, which is our courage, which is our passion. Remember with the 8 energy too, that's all about our courage. So we have that on the Sunday. So when we see what we need to do in order to go forward in the way we want to go forward, we're going to need a sense of courage, a belief in ourselves, a confidence in ourselves that we have what it takes in order to go forward. So it's growing that within ourselves will actually grow that stick, that stubby, twisted stick, into one just like the ones that are behind us. And then we have the Emperor. The Emperor is one of the highest intuitives in the deck, and also one of the highest diplomats in the deck. I love the Emperor because the Emperor is the planner. The Emperor, and we do have Saturn. So even though Saturn and Mercury are squaring, are opposite in the sky, they're not squaring in the sky, they're opposite in the sky. There's still a lot that we can use about the words that we do use and how we use them, and are we using our words effectively? In our plans, in our talks with other people. Now the Emperor is all about getting to the bottom of things. The Emperor sees a vision of his tomorrow, his empire, his kingdoms, himself personally. And when he sets a goal, he doesn't hope and he doesn't wish and he doesn't dream as much as he gathers the people around him who has the knowledge that he does not have. And he asks them, so I want to do this. How do we go about it? Where does that come in? How much energy should we give it? How much should we take away from it? And regardless of what they say, he makes the final decision. So you make the final decision. You can ask everybody their opinion on how to move forward in this certain area. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. Now, once the Emperor gets all the details together, he's written out his list, he's got the details together, he starts and he goes forward. And he doesn't hope and wish, he knows. He knows that he's done his homework, that he's done his research, that he's done his learning, that he has all the facts, and then he goes forward. So this isn't necessarily a weekend where we're going to be stepping into new beginnings and new starts. It's actually quite the opposite. We're still taking that little bit of downtime to, well, it starts with the 30 energy, right? About what we have completed and celebrating ourselves, building ourselves up for the next challenge, the new beginning, the new start, the new seed in the ground. Now we have the Lovers here, so relationships. The 16, not the 16 energy. Yeah, the 16 energy is relationships, absolutely. 1 plus 6 is a 7, so it would definitely be relationships and growing those relationships deeper, though. And where do we compromise? Where do we stand firm in our relationships? I think that's going to be a big thing that a lot of us will be looking at. It could be a love relationship, your partner, it could be a best friend, it could be your co-workers, it could be people within the community. How do you treat the different relationships in your life? How do you grow them deeper? Do you need them to grow deeper? But I think we're going to be singling out those ones that we do need to grow deeper and how we are going to grow those relationships deeper. What needs to be done in that relationship? Do we need to give more? Do we need to change our expectations? Do we need to have conversations about how we are going together forward? Or who we are in the present? Where the compromises need to be made. And we're not going to give a part of ourselves away. Remember, with that 16 energy in the awakenings, it's also about standing in our truth. So it has to sit right with you. You're not going to give a part of yourself away in this. And the Lovers coming out tells me that you'll be, and it follows the Emperor. So it tells me that you will be very diplomatic about things. Now, I don't think we're having the conversations. We are thinking about the conversations that we want to have, the words that we want to use. It's probably a really good thing that Mercury and Saturn are against each other here, because we will find the words that really matter, and then as the energy changes, we'll find the way of presenting it to the person so that we get the end results we want, the desired outcomes. We don't want to say something expecting them to hug us and they storm off mad. We're like, oh, what did I say wrong there? So we want to put it all together, okay? And then once we have it all together perfectly, we don't have to do it twice. We don't have to revisit it, and it strengthens the relationships just automatically because we are paying attention to exactly what words we're using and how we are delivering that. And then we have the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups is, yeah, Yeah, sometimes we have to walk away from the things that we do like in our lives, but we understand that it really doesn't have maybe a true value for us anymore. Or it was something that held us up once upon a time, but we don't really need it as a crutch anymore in order to walk. This could also be about, I get the the teenager. The teenager is ready for school. We're going to college, we're going to university, we are leaving the nest, we are starting a job because we're done high school, we are moving in with some buddies to start our life as an independent person and moving away from the family. Now, that teenage person, as excited as they are about the new beginnings and the new things, the new challenges that will present themselves and the new way of doing and becoming, is all exciting, and we're filled with anticipation on that. We have to look at the other side of the coin. We're going to be leaving the family nest. We're going to have to pay our own bills. We're going to have to make sure there's food on the table for ourselves. We're going to have to mind our day, work out our routines so it fits us. And so that sense of security that we're leaving is enormous. So sometimes we have to leave that sense of security in our lives in order to branch out into the new beginnings. And those things that we walk away from, like the family nest, we can go home and have a dinner. We can even do our laundry once in a while when we're young still. We can get away with that kind of stuff. Because we know that even though we're walking in a new direction, it's still there to support us just in a whole new way. So it changes the way it helps us move forward now. Okay. We'll get a mantra card. And our card is celebration. Let go and have some fun. There's that 30 energy telling you to let go and have some fun. Celebration. Celebrating you is the 30 energy. But maybe if you did the work with other people, that you should all get together and celebrate together. If it was a family thing, it was about cleaning up the house or redecorating a room and everybody kind of pitched in, then we want to celebrate that together. Celebrate each other. And celebrate ourselves. Most importantly, celebrating ourselves. So let go and have fun. Celebration. So now's the time to celebrate. And Leo energy is just perfect for celebration, by the way. Now is the time to celebrate a special event, have some fun, get ready for a party, a wedding, a graduation, a job promotion, a festivity, or create your own reason. This is a time to celebrate and be joyful. This is a special moment to spend with family and friends in a positive and uplifting environment. Let go of worry, let go of doubt, and focus on the abundance available to you at this very moment in time. Eat, drink, dance, be merry, and enjoy the pleasures and memories that these special occasions bring. The mantra is, I enjoy special moments with my loved ones and friends. I enjoy special moments with my loved ones and friends. Today I am going to celebrate. Today I am celebrating me. I am celebrating the people I love in my life. I'm celebrating a job well done. I'm celebrating an accomplishment. I'm celebrating a completion. I'm celebrating a new beginning. I'm celebrating a new start. No, it didn't turn over, so I'm going to put that right back in. And we'll cut the cards and see what animal shows up. And we have the dolphin, play. Don't you love how it all comes together? Oh my goodness. Okay, so the dolphin, play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. So inhale confidence. Breath in, feel that, surround yourself with this beautiful light. It could be transparent. It could have silver and gold and purple and blue and pink and whatever color you want to put in there. A hue of that. It could be stardust in there floating around. It could be more like a moonstone, where the energy is so beautiful that it's. I see this pinkish pearlish kind of bluish. Surround yourself with a beautiful light, and take a deep breath in. And as you're inhaling, feel that beauty, feel that light, that protective, loving light go in, and feel as you inhale it going through your entire body. And then exhale. And you can exhale through your mouth, through your nose, but also imagine that energy leaving your fingertips, your toes, the soles of your feet. Okay? Exhale the fear. Exhale the worry. Exhale the doubt. All those negative things that we keep stored up inside of us. Go with the flow. See what the experience is going to bring you. So swim in the happy day, the happy joy of living. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale the confidence, exhale the fear. Dive into your wisdom and go with the flow. So it's all about the joy that we grow in our life and the joy we get from celebrating ourselves, celebrating others, and knowing that we've got this. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.